Hey y'all, it's Boujee from Boujee, Texas BBQ, and today we're going hot and fast on Oklahoma Joe's Tahoma 900. We're smoking whole chicken and Texas style turkey that's backyard barbecue approved. Stay tuned to the twist ending where I show you how I turn my poultry into 2 weeks worth of food, perfect for back to school prep. I hope y'all are excited because I definitely am, so let's get into it. This is going to be the brine that I'm going to use for my whole chicken and my whole turkey.
The brine itself is very simple, very beginner friendly, and it's going to be better than any brine you can buy in store. So it is just a basic ingredient list of sliced oranges, sliced lemons, onions, garlic, and poultry herbs such as rosemary, thyme, and fresh oregano. Of course, you're going to want to add salt and pepper, and of course a couple of bay leaves. I recommend only adding 1 quart of water first. Then you're going to add your bird, whether it's the chicken or the turkey, and then you'll top it off with the rest of the water. That way it doesn't overflow on you.
For the best results, allow it to brine overnight, but if you're on a time crunch, you can also let it brine for 3 hours.
Now the next step is to season. I do want to note, when I pulled my poultry out of the brine, I did wash and pat dry it. You can absolutely add a binder if you prefer, but I'm deciding when it comes to my chicken, I'm going to be using it for a lot more Tex-Mex style recipes, so I'm using Zavala's fajita barbecue rub. But honestly guys, any bird rub will do. Just make sure your chicken is fully covered. Now that we got the chicken out of the way, let's talk about the turkey. I got these big old 3-pound boneless turkey breasts. I'm not going to use the skin. You can absolutely use the skin. You just need to cook at a hotter temperature to get it crispy because there's so much fat underneath that skin. I want a pretty bark, so I'm going to remove the skin, but it's 100% up to you. One thing I'm going to do before I actually start seasoning this turkey breast is trim off these little uneven pieces. If you leave them on, most likely they're just going to overcook and dry out. Turkey dries out so easily even when brined. And I'm not going to throw away these turkey breast trimmings. I'm going to set them to the side and cook them. Same temperature, but just a different length of time. Smoke them and have them for a mid-smoke snack. Just a thought. Now when it comes to seasoning my turkey, I'm going to keep it Texas all the way. Just simple salt and pepper. This will help it build a pretty bark. But again guys, this is just what I want to do. Any rub will pretty much work on turkey. Alright, so we have covered the prep of our poultry for today's cook. I'm going to allow them to do a quick dry brine while I preheat my Oklahoma Joe's Tahoma 900. I'm using a combination of lump charcoal and applewood chips to fill my hopper up for today's cook. Now I like to use a 1-to-1 ratio to make sure that I have steady temperatures throughout the cook. This cook is only going to take 3 hours, so I'm only filling it up almost halfway through. To avoid an error message, make sure you lock up your hopper before walking away. After adding your tumbleweeds, make sure you lock and open everything up before presetting your temperature. Our starting temperature will be 250 degrees, but don't worry, this is a hot and fast cook, so we're going to increase the temperature a little later on into the cook. I really should have removed the top rack before adding my chickens, but that's okay. Now that my chickens are on, I'm going to add my turkey breast on the top rack, and I'm going to smoke it at 250 degrees for 90 minutes. After 90 minutes, it's time to bump up the temperature to 300 degrees. But before I do that, I'm actually going to remove the turkey trimmings, and I'm going to wrap my turkey breast only in between 2 pieces of butcher paper and some butter. As I said earlier, turkey dries very easily, so this is just another way to ensure that my turkey will not get dry during this cook. As far as the whole chickens, they will be fine. I'm not going to spray them because I want a crispy skin. Continue smoking at 300 degrees until your breast reaches 165 and your dark meat reaches 175 or close to it. Remember, when it is resting, it most likely will go up a couple degrees. Lastly, before slicing, I do want to note that I do let my chicken rest for about 15 to 20 minutes before I actually get into slicing. But the moment I picked up this bird and saw the juices flowing like that, I'm really not worried about dryness at all. So there's a couple ways you can slice into this bird. I'm gonna cut it in half because most likely we're gonna be eating one bird for dinner and the rest of the bird is gonna be for our meal prep I'll get into a little later on. Dark meat is usually always juicy, so let's get into the white meat because that's when you know if you had a successful cook, by the juiciness of your breast meat. After applying some light pressure, I absolutely was not disappointed by this breast meat. It is extremely juicy and it even got a nice little smoke ring. And we got some crispy skin. But now let's get into the turkey. Now the bark was already looking good when I initially wrapped it, but unwrapping this turkey, I am just in love with the bark. And the turkey itself was super moist. Very happy with this cook as well. The bark is beautiful, the turkey is moist, I even got a smoke ring. It's going to be perfect for sandwiches, paninis, salads, even kids' lunchables, which I'm absolutely going to do. So make sure you stay tuned for the ending.
Alright friends, so that pretty much covers how I smoke my poultry hot and fast. But now I'm going to allow it to cool down so I can shred it and slice it and prep it for back to school week. So stay tuned.
Okay guys, so this is 2 of the chickens shredded down. Now we did have 1 chicken for dinner, that's why I'm only telling y'all that it's 2 chickens. But what I'm gonna do is I am going to seal them and freeze them for days where I'm just too busy that I forgot to take meat out, or I just don't feel like cooking, honestly. And I'm gonna do the exact same thing with the turkey. I'm gonna prep one and I'm gonna save the other. And I'm also gonna save the turkey breast in halves. That way one isn't completely defrosted because we usually only go through half of a full turkey breast. Now both smoked chicken and smoked turkey is gonna taste better if you make it yourself than anything you can buy in store. And like I said, if you freeze it, it's gonna last longer. It'll have a shelf life of 3 months in the freezer and about 3 to 5 days in the fridge. Now here's a little fun meal prep idea if you have kiddos at home that require smoked turkey and a cookie cutter. These do-it-yourself Lunchables are cheaper, healthier, keeps them full through recess, and definitely less processed than anything you can buy in store. And to be honest, they don't necessarily just have to be for kids. I mean, I like Lunchables, especially ones that taste good. And of course, as a reminder, these have a shelf life of 3 to 5 days in the fridge. And I know what you're thinking, that's wasting turkey. No, nothing goes to waste in this house. So the unused turkey, I actually chop it up and use it for salads for myself and my pre-teenagers. I also use the leftover turkey to make some paninis and some turkey club wraps. Whatever you decide to make, it's going to taste so good and you're going to save money in the process on just committing 1 day of smoking. Well, that pretty much wraps up this video. Don't forget to check out all the details down below in the description. Till next time guys, enjoy.